Hey, what's up, my friends? Welcome to the channel. My name is Demian Movement. I am completely impressed with this SS-31 peptide. Everything about it feels amazing for me, and I just want to share my experience and so you can learn from it. So if you're interested in it, you can hear from someone who's used it. So before we go any further, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving anyone medical advice. I'm not telling anyone what to do with their body. You can do your own research. I'm just sharing my personal experience. That's it. So um, SS31 is a mitochondrial peptide that has definitely intrigued me. This new to me, it was a new science of these mitochondrial peptides, knowing the importance of mitochondrial health and knowing how environmental toxicity, including chemicals in our food or the overconsumption of like how, bad fats, like your omega 3 to 6 ratio could be off. You could be over consuming sugar, not getting enough of your 9 essential amino acids, or maybe your light environment is off. You're not getting the proper sleep, or maybe your stress levels are up, or maybe Wi-Fi, or you're sleeping next to an electrical outlet with dirty electricity. You're not getting enough sunlight. You're not grounding your body enough. There are so many hazards out there, or things that can potentially harm our health, and it harms our mitochondria. And there is, the research about reactive oxygen species. You can go ahead and research ROS, reactive oxygen species. They're associated with a lot of diseases. They cause a lot of stress and damage to mitochondria. And in a lot of people, it's at a high level. So getting rid of the oxidative damage and the damage that the ROS causes is something that SS-31 can do. It has the unique ability to go inside of the mitochondria. It's able to repair damaged mitochondria. Like many other peptides, it's selectively targeting, so it's not just going to work on everything, but it'll work only on the damaged mitochondria. That's from what I've read. There's many studies on it. It's helped people with kidney disease, heart disease, because it has anti-fibrotic effects. That really made me interested because I have Dupuytren's contractor, which I'm really working on non-surgical ways to reduce. It's a fibrotic condition in my hand. Um, Also, the SS-31 has a lot of studies with tendinopathy. So just like inflammation of the tendons, it has anti-inflammatory effects in the mitochondria. So I also have like just old injuries, and I really do a lot of maintenance on my body with movement and different things, but I'll still have different levels of inflammation in my body. That also really piqued my interest. And obviously, just having the energy, the clean energy. So you can have energy like from caffeine or from something that boosts your dopamine, which is like what you would call a neural energy. It's your brain is creating these neurotransmitters or maybe different kinds of electrical signals that then make you feel more energetic. But you're on a cellular level, you could not be creating more actual energy and still feel more energetic. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I drink caffeine, but this is actual better ability to produce availability to play ATP or adenosine triphosphate. So this is like real energy, and it comes across as being very um, I want to say like clean, subtle, non-jittery, calm energy, if that makes sense. Lack of tiredness, rather than just um, rather than just like hyper aroused. Anyway, so so that's it. That's it for the research. I'll go into next my sourcing, because this is the cool part. If you're watching this video, I want to help you out. I want to give another thing. I'm not affiliated with any uh, peptide companies, so you can do your own research. And I'm not like promoting anyone. I'm sharing my journey through this because I also am on a budget. So I did a lot of research, and I thought that maybe this would help some people. So let's see. Uh, SS-31 can be really expensive. The dosage recommended can be 4 mg to 40 mg for up to 60 days. A lot of people, myself included, if you go to like the top peptide company brands that actually do the testing and are most trusted, this can be really expensive to run a full cycle of SS-31, like Peptide Sciences or some of these other companies, it can really be expensive. But you know you're getting something good. And if you go to some of these other cheaper sites, it's like you're really taking a risk. So what I usually do is like I'll go to Reddit, I'll try to type in a company, or I'll type it in on Google. I'll look for some forums through maybe Reddit, or there's even some of the GLP-1, um, you know, semaglutide forum, because they buy other peptides. Or there's like longevity, there's, so it's like Google or Reddit. Type in the peptide company, try to read reviews. You're always going to get some mixed reviews too, which kind of sucks because you want something. One bad review can negate like five good reviews, and there's a little bit of a process, finding your source. Anyway, what I discovered on through Reddit was that there's a company called Janoshik, Janoshik, that does testing for a lot of peptide companies. It seems to be really big, and they post the test results, and anyone can view them. So I went to this site, and I found all these different companies that are sending in peptides, and you get the test results. So I started looking at them, and I found Nexa PH, Nexa PH, and it's a guy from, I guess, Shanghai. And I joined his online forum group, talked to him. He posts his results, and the price is way, way, way better than what you would get from like Peptide Sciences or one of these other peptide companies. So that's it. It was a little bit of a risk. There were a few people saying that this is not a real vendor. This is just an assortment of people who formed a Discord and are buying and reselling peptides, but I don't think that's true. Um, anyway, like, do your own research, because someone could also buy one batch of peptides, because all the peptides are really made in China. I know some of them are made in Canada, from whatever that Canadian guy's name is. Sorry, I don't know. I never ordered from the Canadian guy, but he seems to be popular. Um, anyway, so a lot of the peptides are made from China anyway. But the US companies, if it's a good company, they have good standards on testing them. So even though, yes, they are made in China, a lot of these American companies, if they're a reputable company, what you're paying for is that they will test batches as they come in. And because they're testing the batches, that's what separates them from someone who doesn't have a good testing process. So I went to the Jano Schick website, went to different companies, and now I just took the gamble on it. Like, some of these companies, I'll warn you too, they could just send something to Jano Schick, and then and that's just one batch, and then they can order 50 more batches, but they only sent in one, and they still don't have a good testing process. But it is better to check that than not check it at all. But do your own research. To me, I did an Nexa PH, and I'm on day 5 with the SS-31, and everything felt absolutely amazing. Like, I did it the first day, I felt happier, I felt more playful, I felt like I just wanted to walk around my neighborhood. I felt a lot of pain in my body start to go away. It feels like it cleared cobwebs from my mind. I felt less compulsive. Like, I took more breaks from Instagram and scrolling, less time looking at my phone. Even like meditations felt like they cleared up. My vision, everything almost appeared to me to be brighter, uh, more colorful. The only downside, I took it a little bit late. I had difficulty sleeping the first night. It gave me this clean source of energy. And I've been healing my finger. I did exosomes on it because I'm starting a new job, and I needed to be my finger to be fully healed because I jammed it playing basketball, and I'm starting a job that I've wanted to do for a long time, which is a apprenticeship for an arborist position, which uses a lot of work on the hands. I've had steady progress on my hand, although I know that's also from exosomes. But my shoulder, which was a really old shoulder injury from, I had a partial dislocation from skateboarding many years ago. but it would get re-injured from like bench pressing or if I did things with my shoulder. So it's really been kind of like tight when I do just circles, like bring my arm up and then open it like that. It would be this tightness here and this limitation so that the range of motion is like less open compared to the other side. And like the next day after doing that SS-31, it's like there's less pain and the mobility is increasing. And my knee kind of has these clicks and pops sometimes, this little click sometimes. It's not really painful, but that's like lessened. And just even my walking, like I feel like my gait started to improve in my walking. And because of this injury here, you wouldn't think that a finger could affect the way you walk, but it really does. Because it was creating tension throughout my whole arm and shoulder because I'm always protecting it. And I really noticed that my gait, like even just like my spine started to unlock and my steps started to elongate. And also like my speed walking just felt more natural. And lastly, I have a breathing practice based on oxygen advantage and a few other methods, which is kind of like slowing down the breath and bringing the breath deep into the bottom of the diaphragm and having like pauses or mini or moderate or longer breath holds. And I felt like more ease so that I can breathe deeper. I can feel the air naturally go down to my belly. And after I exhale, I can keep walking and I have less of an urge to breathe in right away, meaning I have a greater tolerance for carbon dioxide and naturally have better, more expansive breaths. It also decreased my appetite. I feel like I was getting more energy just from my breath and from sunlight. And then I use my red light therapy and all these things that can really enhance the health of the mitochondria. It felt like it was giving me energy, so I needed less energy from my food. A truly, truly amazing experience so far with this peptide, SS-31. And I will, if you like, if you're interested, if you want to hear my full 60-day, maybe I will report back to see if it's like an ongoing benefit or if it's one of these things where you take a new compound and you get these amazing results because it's new and then it kind of wears off. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, I'm really happy with SS-31, and I plan to also use the MOTS-C when the SS-31, when I'm done with the SS-31. I'll probably do the MOTS-C and then cycle the MOTS-C with some of the GHRP, some of the growth hormone releasing peptides. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, you want to see more videos like this, just let me know in the comments and um, subscribe to the channel. Stay updated. I will be posting more conscious, health related content like this, as well as like movement practice, breath work, peptides, healing and health protocols, entheogens like mushrooms, iboga, San Pedro, and all different practices like that. So, consciousness expanding, healing modalities, I'm all about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.